always come back.
Hey buds, what's going on? And welcome to our talking of the FNAF theory / timeline in today's video.
Let's start by discussing the timeline, because it's probably going to be the most, easiest thing to do.
Okay, what is, the timeline that's known by, everyone in the fandom?
So I think it goes FNAF 4, FNAF 2.
And then 1.
And then 1. And then it goes to Sister Location.
Okay.
And then it goes to 3. Like FNAF 3.
I think that Sister Location and Security Breach, I think that Security Breach is happening, Security Breach is built up at the same time that Sister Location is happening.
Yeah, it's starting to get built then. I totally agree with you.
Pizza Sim has to happen before Sister Location.
I don't feel like it should.
Or after. Maybe after, because baby's all burnt.
Baby and Ennard are already there.
Yeah. The whole reason why I'm saying that Sister Location and Security Breach have to be tied together somehow is not only because there is so much, like physically, the animatronics get so much more detail, you know?
Yeah.
Like, Sexy Man himself.
Sexy Man himself. I'm calling him that now.
Mr. Sexy Man. And the baby animatronics / funtime animatronics, you know, they all look relatively the same with their design, you know? So here, let me restate how my timeline goes then. Okay.
So it goes FNAF 4, then it goes 2, then it goes to 1, then it goes 3, then it goes Sister Location, and Security Breach's building is being built while Sister Location is happening.
Mm-hmm.
Then it goes Pizzeria Simulator. Then it goes Ultimate Custom Night.
See, I don't think that Ultimate Custom Night happens.
It's just William in Hell.
I think it's William Afton's Eternal Hell. So I'm kind of like, I don't think that really has a place in the timeline because it just doesn't fit in anywhere. There is no time where all of these animatronics, number one, all of the animatronics cannot speak, you know, in the original game and all that. They can only hum, you know,
I mean, some of them can.
Some of them can, but I mean, the first, 4 games, we never see any of them talking.
Yeah, except for Golden Freddy.
Yeah.
With the whole thing.
And Golden Freddy's kind of an exception, because Golden Freddy is kind of spirits and stuff, or it could be hallucinations, so... And then Help Wanted, and then Security Breach.
Yeah.
Because Help Wanted, you know, it has to come before...
Security Breach because Vanny.
Why was Security Breach, the building, why was the Mega Pizzaplex being built on top of the burnt down remains of Pizza Sim?
Good question.
So it's kind of like one of those whole, I think that Sister Location happens, and I was saying this yesterday, I think that Sister Location happens at the time when the Security Breach building is being built because of the cutscenes in between nights for Sister Location, where you're eating the popcorn and everything and all that jazz.
Clara, I tell you, the baby isn't mine.
You find that room in Security Breach, and I'm like, why would a Mega Pizzaplex have some random house, portion, sit down and watch the TV with spilt popcorn being there, you know?
Yeah. When you were telling me about it, I was like, yeah, that completely makes sense. And I didn't even think about it at the time, because I was like, yeah, wait, that actually does fit.
Yeah, and I was thinking, you know how sister location is built underground, like how you go from the elevator shaft, you go down and you start each like night, I guess. You go down into the complex, you know? My theory is that was under, not specifically the Afton house, but somewhere where Michael would be able to go down and somewhere where no one else would really find it, you know? So if Michael goes down every night into this area, we never see the light of day. We don't know what era it is really, but we just go based off of the signs that there are people coming in every now and then to like check on the robots, you know? Because in night 4 of sister location,
there's actual people there.
Yo, Timmy! No, not one. No, come on, help! Am I mute? Hello?
What happened to it this time? Just seems like these things can't go a day without breaking down. Who knows? It's always the same.
Wait, there's 2 people. Timmy and Lil Jon! Obviously, people know about this place, but only people who, like, maintenance people, you know?
Employees.
Yeah. So, Michael, when he's done with all this, he goes home. But where's his home? And my only thought would be, well, he has been going from each location for many years and trying to undo all of his wrongs. So where else would he go other than to the next place that's being built, where he knows that his father, William, will be trying to, I don't even know what Peepaw's real intentions are at this point, honestly. He just keeps on coming back so many times, but...
Yeah, he's come back so many times and kind of losing the plot.
Yeah. He was returning to the Mega Pizzaplex. And I believe that when the sister location end of night cutscenes are happening, that is where he goes. He goes to the Pizzaplex because, you know, he's only ever known these animatronics for like his whole life. He knows what his father's up to. And he made like a little place for himself to like live and sit and enjoy. Entered in him now?
He walks along that one road.
Yeah. So
so what I think that is, if we're going along with the whole theory that Michael goes to security breach, what if he goes to like Henry, since Henry's alive still, since it's like his uncle? He dies in Pizzeria Simulator since he's in the fire area.
Oh, so he could very well be alive.
He could very well be alive, and Michael leaving the house to go somewhere could be him. Like, all right,
leaving
I just have
from
I'm visiting him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You gotta think of all the facts.
See, the issue with these is like, not only are there just so many games and so much little lore and all that.
Many secrets.
Yeah, but it's also like Security Breach is not a very like,
it's not a very well put together game. The lore got lost. Basically, what I think happened is story got lost in translation.
Yeah, like you can't tell what's bad game design and what is, oh my god, cool little Easter egg. And it's no hate to Steelwool. I know that they tried their best. It's a lot. Yeah. When people are sending you death threats, you just want to get the game out and be done with it. So kudos to you guys for trying so hard at it, but it
you make fun of it still, regardless,
yeah.
But
yeah, well, you still bought it, so you know.
I bought it for $60. I have the right to complain about it.
Yeah. So FNAF World isn't canon.
No.
In that picture that you sent, what's the little blue guy?
You mean the one right next to it that has an arrow pointing to canon?
Yeah.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's AR. It's a game on the phone that you can download. That's like Pokemon Go.
Oh, was it the one that Markiplier played? With like they're in your house?
Yeah, that's it. What I think it goes right next to Help Wanted, but before Security Breach, because I think there's a lot of Easter eggs in there. I didn't really watch anything about it because I was like, this is just a stupid phone game. And I think it's just like the whole Help Wanted thing where it's like, oh, well, William's trying to recruit people for his bunny cult. I don't know what to call it anymore.
Bunny cult's kind of accurate, honestly.
Yeah, we're calling it that now.
The bunny cult. God, I'm just so confused now. Because I've seen some people say like, you know, maybe Vanny is...
If it's the whole theory about Vanny being Elizabeth, I don't buy it at all because she's dead.
Yeah, I mean, fair, but like people, what's up with all the therapy logs?
The therapy logs? That
Mhm.
might be the whole William trying to take over her brain since he was indoctrinated into the cult.
But people have been saying that they're two separate patients.
Yeah, because it's the two different personalities, Vanny and Vanessa.
And that's what I thought, but people were saying, no, it's actually like Gregory or something, which wouldn't make any sense because Gregory's a homeless child, and in order to get into therapy, you have so many, like, you know,
need
paperwork.
to pass paperwork.
Yeah.
And Gregory is an orphan.
Yeah, who lives in a box. One of those like head scratcher moments where I agree that Vanny is one personality of Vanessa. By the way, Vanessa, marry me. I love her. Yeah. When the FNAF movie comes out, do you think that we're gonna be thrown like curveballs as to what the actual timeline is? Because there are so many timelines online, like this one that I'm looking at is just one of many.
I was gonna say, I mean, it's Scott. I think for the FNAF movie, since they said originally during the like production of the movie and like the writing, they said it's just gonna be the first 4 or 3 games.
What that will do is give us more narrow, concrete evidence about things like the crying child. If the person that you play as in all of the games, which we kind of already all speculate, but if the person you play as is truly Michael.
I want to point out something funny about the movie casting, by the way.
Sure.
Apparently, Shaggy from the live-action Scooby-Doo movie.
And who does he play in this?
William.
Oh my god, he's gonna be so good.
It's perfect. I feel like if they do sister location, they have to do 4 accurate. They have to do 4 justice.
Yes.
In order to portray sister location properly.
Yes. So my question is, for the sister location room where you're fending off against Ennard, like if you go into Funtime Foxy's room and then you pass her and stuff.
Non-canon.
Is that non-canon?
That's non-canon.
Oh, okay. So do we say that the FNAF 4 cams in that room, do we say that that is canon?
Yes, since it was shown to us via secret.
But if the secret isn't canon,
well then why would the plush be talking? Why would Psychic Friend Fredbear be talking to the crying child? And there also is a golden Freddy plush there with a radio. See, I think it's like William's trying to keep track of his kids.
Well, my question is, what if in FNAF 4 there were no Nightmare animatronics? Because we see in the Silver Eyes and, you know, the Fourth Closet and the other one, they have modules. In the Twisted ones, it makes all of the animatronics look a lot more terrifying, and it's what hides. I believe that it hides Charlie. I haven't read the Fourth Closet yet, but I believe that it's
in. I know it's in Funtime Freddy because you have to physically take it out of Funtime Freddy.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what if the crying child the entire time it was just Peepaw testing out those devices?
Yeah, those modules.
Yeah, so what if there were no actual
it was
deadly
all
animatronics?
Like hallucinations and dreams.
Yeah, which is really, it's not satisfying, but it makes sense narratively. Like an 8-year-old wouldn't be able to like monitor like, oh, there are things on my bed, there's something in the closet, I have to run to the door, close the door, listen to the breathing, go, like
unless
you
you're
would
a really intelligent 8-year-old.
Yeah, but let's just say that for
clarity's sake.
Yeah, that this kid's dumb. He would have for sure died though. So I think that's where I'm kind of like, if it makes sense to have the cameras in sister location and it's monitoring the modules and stuff and seeing how the crying child reacts to it all.
See, the thing that I'm thinking about is like sister location was built when FNAF 4 was happening, and like the animatronics weren't built, but the layout was.
Yeah.
And William kept eyes on him while he was building the animatronics and stuff.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but it's never confirmed that he's dead, like Henry. It never confirms whether he's dead or alive. So for just being with my theory, he's dead. He's dead in Pizza Sim. He was there to say goodbye to Charlie.
Yeah.
So he was in the building.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I'm gonna go down with the ship now. I've done it. I've saved everything, even though he didn't save anything.
Even though Peepaw still exists.
Yeah. Well, I guess that would make sense then if since Michael got scooped in Sister Location, he is walking home, and since Pizza Sim hasn't taken place yet, the home could be Henry's house.
From the cutscenes within Sister Location, within the custom night, then yeah, it's probably Henry's house that I'm thinking.
During the last cutscene, he might have been going to see Henry to kind of like help, like, oh my god, Ennard is inside of me, what do I do? Before he goes to see Henry every night, he is going back home to the security breach room, and he's vibing. But I think that the Sister Location end is him going to see Henry, and then
in the custom night Sister Location cutscenes, he's leaving Henry's house.
Yes, that's exactly what I think.
I feel like that's accurate.
And we haven't talked much about Help Wanted. Is there really anything to talk about Help Wanted?
Vanny, that's it. Just
Yeah,
Vanny.
I guess
Just
Afton.
Vanny and Glitch Trap.
Afton is Glitch Trap, right?
Yes, he is.
So the way
Unless Matt Pett's theories stayed under. Otherwise, I haven't watched one of his theories since
he started reaching.
Since Pizza Sim, I haven't watched any of his theories because they got a little too wild.
Yeah. So the timeline, just as a final recap, the timeline goes
FNAF 4, FNAF 2.
So FNAF 4, while the Sister Location room is being built.
Yeah, while the animatronics are being built in the location is probably already built, and then it goes FNAF 1,
and then FNAF 3,
and then it goes Sister Location.
And while Sister Location's going on, Security Breach is being built, but that wouldn't make sense because Pizza Sim needs to happen.
Pizza Sim it happens right after Sister Location.
But then why would Security Breach couldn't be built yet then?
Well, it could be building on the foundation of that, since it could be like a whole, since we never actually see the outside of the building when you were playing Pizzeria Simpsons, we're just customizing it and we never see the outside. It could be that it's like an underground underground area like Sister Location.
Okay, let's run with that. The Mega Pizzaplex is being built on top of Pizza Sim's location because, like, you know, Mega Mall on top of a pizza place is really cool.
Yeah. Let's run with that.
Then the fire would happen.
Fire would happen at Pizza Sim at the end of the canonic ending of Pizza Sim.
Yes, and it would make sense that you're finding things in an alleyway because we see Gregory lying down at the end of as Security Breach. We see Gregory lying down in one of the endings. Yes, in an alley.
Yeah.
And Help Wanted is made as like a PR thing. It's like, woo, yeah, we're not all bad.
Let's cover everything up.
Yeah, not every place that we have burns to the ground or kills children. But then it goes bad.
Because brainwashing and William knows how to hack into computers as a fucking ghost, apparently.
I think FNAF AR, I don't think that really has like a place on the timeline. I think that has...
in between the events of Help Wanted. It just squishes in between the events. It just exists.
I think that the ideas from FNAF AR would be from the beginning, like in FNAF 4. In the books and stuff, the Twisted Ones, it has those modules that makes it seem a lot scarier. So there's nothing actually there, but it's terrifying, you know? Like, you're not in any real danger, but you are.
So are you suggesting that the modules are built into the game? Because they're a phone app in canon.
I don't think that it is a phone app. I think that is like...
See, I consider it non-canon since it doesn't really do anything with the lore.
Well, yes, it does, because in the books, and if we're going off the theory that in Sister Location, the crying child was being monitored by Peepaw while he made the Funtime animatronics, then he would have been seeing how well the modules work on his own child. But the whole thing, I think that FNAF AR as like the concept, not the individual game, because everyone's games are going to be you know, totally different based off of like what your house layout design is, where you are in the world and stuff like that. So I think that the premise of seeing things that aren't there is to be meshed in FNAF 4 and Sister Location. Yes, I think that the seeing things that aren't actually there, like the hallucinations and such, are what the crying child is seeing in FNAF 4 and what makes him so scared of the actual animatronics. And I think that that's what in Sister Location is being tested.
If we're talking about those hallucinations, reminder that the phantoms from FNAF 3 are also hallucinations.
Yes, but that could just be stress because Michael has seen so much in his life.
It could be stress, but it could also be those like the modules because William's there.
True. So I think that FNAF AR, I don't think it has a place in the timeline, but I think that the concept of it has a place in FNAF 4, Sister Location, and maybe in not a 3. So the last thing is Security Breach. That's the most up-to-date thing that we have, and
yeah, and it takes place in the very, very long while future.
Yes, because, you know, it takes years and years for a mega pizzaplex to be constructed, especially if something right under it, an old facility, burns down to the ground. It's gonna
literally, it's already on the ground.
Yeah, it's gonna take a while for them to build stuff, and is why, it would also make sense that Peepaw never actually, like, left that area. Like, he's
in the building still.
He quote unquote dies in Pizza Sim. He goes to this hell in Ultimate Custom Night, but I don't really count that as canon. Like, it's just a metaphor type of thing. So Peepaw is still, like, technically in the Pizzaplex, even if it's burnt down. Somehow he manages to get his conscience transferred into Glitch Trap,
which is in Help Wanted, and then it starts his bunny cult, which Vanessa's in.
Yes, and bunny cult, it would make sense that he never left that area, because you can't exactly go out of the house looking like that. Dang. That's pretty solid, actually.
Yeah, and with the whole Vanessa trying to get Gregory would also be the whole mind thing being warped into Vanny via William.
Yes.
Because of the whole indoctrination to the bunny cult.
Yes.
And also, she could have been one of those people who was like helping develop the game in the Pizzaplex area.
Because there was
Was she?
There were things that said like Vanessa, and it was something in the therapy sessions. Vanessa says something about a coworker.
I know why AR is canon because it has some notes from Vanessa.
Yes.
To some devs.
But I think that the premise of the game is one thing, and I think that the lore of it is a totally other thing.
Yeah, it's two separate places on the timeline. Split it in half.
Yeah, cut it in half.
But I think that that's pretty solid.
I think it is too. Someone will be in the comments like, actually, none of that happened. You're all wrong.
Yeah, I mean, we're not taking into account the whole theory of, well, none of the actual first games actually mattered besides Security Breach because it's all just a game. 9 years almost worth of lore just get dumped onto us, and we're not gonna just throw it away.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, well, you know all these games and their amazing lore? Screw them all, they never happened. So it's like, yeah, we haven't dedicated years of our lives to going highly in depth and searching all the files of each game and looking at the website
we
constantly.
watched Matt Pat do that.
Yeah, we watched Matt Pat do that, but I feel like he's gotten some things wrong. And I feel like other theorists online, not just to say like Matt Pat's wrong, but I think that other theorists as well have gotten a lot of stuff wrong.
Yeah, those but that's the point of theories, because just they could be wrong, they could be right.
Just to get them out there. So that was our perspective.
Rant.
Yeah, our little rant on the FNAF timeline. What do you guys think? I know that FNAF is something that we've done a theory on in the past. And keep in mind, we're not FNAF experts. We just like the games a lot. We haven't, if we've missed something, let us know in the comments below.
We're not talking about the DLC that's coming out, please.
Oh yeah, the DLC's not out.
Yeah, it's not out yet. We're not talking about it.
Yeah, maybe we'll make another thing when it comes out and totally rewrite the entirety of the timeline. And we haven't even gone into a bunch of details about each game, like
Yeah, we haven't. Just brief summary of timeline.
Well, Budz, thank you so much for watching this video. If you agree with us, make sure to comment. If you disagree with us, make sure to comment. You know, like, tell us your thoughts about the timeline.
Tell us what you think.
Share every thought you've ever had with us.
We are now William after.
Welcome to the bunny cult. But yes, Budz, remember to like, comment, and join the village today. It's only a click away.